Oh, it's revision time. It's revision time in the student hub. We're doing our next revision class. Let's arrange these numbers in ascending order. Maybe we'll do a 8 questions revision, right? So pay attention. I'll keep this as interesting as possible. By the way, these are really easy questions. So remember, you can pause the video and just do it mentally or do it quickly on a piece of paper or do it on your notebook as fast as you can and make sure you have the thing there. All right, arrange these numbers in ascending order, so we need to start with the smallest. The last revision session, I think we did descending order, so we started with the biggest, the greatest first, but smallest, all of them have 8. So who's the smallest boy? Let's check the next place value, the hundredths place value. So checking the hundredths place value, that's there. Only these two have 2, so it's one of these. And I'm seeing, as soon as I check this, I look at this, I see 73 here and 37 here. So which one do you think is the smallest? It's definitely this one. So I'm going to put 8237, and I'm pretty certain that this will be the next smallest at 8273. Now to determine which one out of these two. Well, this is 72 and this is 27. So 27 is certainly smaller than 72. So I'll put 8,327 next, because I'm going in ascending order. I need to start off with the smallest and then keep putting larger numbers, right? So 8327 and then 8372. You got that? Most people get this correct. It's just to make sure you don't make any silly mistakes. Write the numeral that represents 612,903. 612,000. So that's 3 zeros expected there. But wait, 903. So let's put 903 instead of 3 zeros. So this represents 612,000. I put a little space here. You notice I like to put a little space when I leave the thousands and I go into the hundredths place value. So 612,903. Beautiful. Now they want me to subtract in this question 2.73 from 6.94. So am I writing this in the proper way, class? This is not the way to write this. I need to subtract the 2.73 from the 6.94. Decimal point, we're doing quite up there, boy. Come down a little bit now, boy. Like this. So 4 from 3. Oh, no. You see I'm saying it backwards again. It's not 4 from 3. It's 3 from 4. Or you can say 4 take away 3. Is that something, as a maths teacher, that's something that students do a lot? They say subtraction back to front. They know what they mean, but they say it back to front. So you could practice that, right? I told you that already. 4 take away 3 is 1. 9 take away 7 is 2. And 6 take away 2 is 4. So the answer is 4.21. Easy stuff, man. We didn't need to bring across any numbers or take or borrow any numbers. Approximate 26387 to the nearest 100. An approximation. A wild approximation appears to the nearest 100. So that's this place value. And then once you got the place value that you're interested in, you watch the number that comes right after. So my eyes are on you, 8. And you are greater than 5. So I'm going to change the 8 and 7 to zeros. Right? The 8 and 7 will change to zeros. But because this is greater than 5, guess who gets a little boost? The 3. It turns to 4. And this is 264. So this is the answer. 26400 to the nearest 100. Brilliant. Do I have some more questions here in the tank? Yes, I do. So we have a computation question, where we need to use some operations and see if we can get it. What does this little hat here mean? This little hat on that 64. It means to find the square root. Not to square, but find the square root. It means to identify or recall the number that when I multiply it by itself, I get to 64. That number is 2. No, it's not 2, it's not 2. You know how much time I need to multiply 2 to get to 64? 6 times. 2 by 2 by 2, 2 by 2 by 2. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, and you'll get to 64. That's 2 to the power 6. That's crazy. That's not even something we learn right now. So I'm actually looking at 8 to the power of 2. 8 to the power of 2, or 8 squared. So the square root of 64 is 8. So I don't need to put it squared here because 8 squared is actually 64. So the square root of 64 is 8. So this is really 8. 8 plus 7 is equal to 12 plus something. 8 plus 7 is what? 8 and 8 is 16, so 8 plus 7 is 15. 15 is equal to 12 plus something. What number can I add to 12 to make 15? And by now, you should be able to tell me that. So, the number is Uno, dos, tres. Three. Number is 3. Change 3 and 5, 6 to an improper fraction. We went from improper fraction to mixed number in the last revision session. Now we want to go from mixed number, because this is a mixed number, right, to an improper fraction. And how do you do that? What's the steps? Well, you multiply the whole number by the divisor, or also known as the denominator. So 3 multiplied by 6, 3 by 6 is 18. So that 18 goes in the numerator, but hold up, there was something in the numerator already. There was a 5. So it's really 18 plus 5 divided by 6. 18 plus 5 is 23 divided by 6. And then what you have to do is nothing, because that's the final answer. 23 divided by 6. So what were the steps? We multiply the whole number by the divisor, the denominator, and that product, that answer, we add that to the numerator and place it back over the original divisor. So 23 plus over 6. 6 can actually go into 23. 3 times remainder 5. Yeah, that's sounding good. Number 7. 2 more questions to go. 2 more questions to go. Write the next term in the sequence below. We rhyme in. Alright, so the next term in the sequence below, because 2 more questions to go, is we need to check and see what's happening here. Normally, the first thing I tell you to do is check to see if there's a difference between the numbers, right? And I'm seeing 16, and between 16 and 8 is what? Wait, is it? Between 32 to 16, between 16 and 8 is 8. This is not helping me really. But I know 16 have a relationship with 32. I know 8 have a relationship with 16 as well. To go from 8 to 16, I need to multiply by 2. To go from 16 to 32, I need to multiply by 2. So that's not what we're doing. We're going backwards. So if I'm going backwards, I have to divide. Divide by 2. 32 divided by 2. 16 divided by 2 is good, is good. 8 divided by 2 is, those trays, quattro. 4. 4 is the answer here. Let's do the last question. What is 25% of 40? Now, of, can I get some arrows pointing of? Because I want, yes, just like that. So, of is secretly masquerading as the multiply sign. Of really wants to be a multiply sign. It wants to be a multiply sign. So 25% is really 25 over 100. Of is really multiply. 40 is 40. And then we cross out some zeros here. Hang on. Say 5 into 10, 2. 5 into 25, 5. 2 into 4, 2. 5 by 2 is 10. But I am of the impression that I can figure this out without using all of this calculation. I could just say 25% is a quarter, and 1/4 of 40 is 10. And see you in the next revision session. Love and blessings.